Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the Sketchdom. My name is Jason Sketch, and I'm super excited to bring you guys some more Marvel Champions content. Today, we've got another article for the new Civil War box coming out next month. Sweet! Just like a week apart from the last one, but I'm super excited to talk about Hulkling today. If you're just as excited to see Hulkling, give me that like button. If you are super stoked, share some information down below. Tell me all about it in the comment section. And of course, if you want to see some more awesome content like this, hit that subscribe button. Alright, I made you wait long enough. Let's jump on down to the article and check these new cards out. Alright guys, here we are at the article. I'm going to let you guys read the article yourselves, but I'm going to walk through the cards that are coming in his kit and just talk about some of my thoughts and opinions on these cards, as well as what I think he might be able to do when he comes out to be available for us to play with. Super excited. Really cool kit. Everything in it is super intricate and designed well for someone that is shape-shifting and changing their body all the time. So I'm pretty excited to see what Teddy's going to bring for us. Alright, his first card. By the way, he's got two different traits that are pretty unique in the game. I think only one other person is a Kree and nobody else is a Skrull. So we have a Kree and a Skrull, which is pretty exciting. So, first off, Teddy Altman has full recovery. Alter ego form. It's pretty neat art there, actually. I like the way it's just like this kid hanging out at school, doing his thing, vibing. He's Kree and Skrull. You cannot have more than one shapeshift upgrade in play, which we'll talk about the shapeshift upgrades here in a second. But shape changer actions. Search your deck and discard pile for a shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. Limit once per round. So if you're flipping down and pulling these shapeshift upgrades into your hand, you're getting a pretty good benefit with a hand size of 5. So he's got an interesting, I did not notice that earlier when I was looking at the cards. Hit points 13, so he can't use the benefit of the 14 hit point stuff, which is kind of disappointing. So he's a point away from that. But being able to have that hand size of 5 is pretty beneficial for him. Pretty neat little piece here. You're going to bring in the shapeshift cards, which, again, we're talking about here soon, but those cards are going to benefit him quite a bit along the way. So next, we're going to switch up and see what his hero side looks like. He's a 1/1/1 hero, which looks disappointing right off the bat, but you'll see that his shapeshift cards balance and change out what those his thwart, attack, and defense are going to be like. And so that is a pretty interesting part about him. He's a unique hero, of course. He's got the Avenger, Kree, and Skrull traits. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping for like a Young Avengers or giving him Champions, just because he kind of fits in that realm with Young Avengers and Champions together. But Avenger sounds great too, and it's going to allow him to connect to all the Avenger cards that we've seen before. His chosen shape is a force response. After a shape shift upgrade enters play, under your control, discard each other shapeshift upgrade you control and ready Hulkling. Great. So when you play a shapeshift card, he's going to ready. That's pretty fantastic. His hand size does not change. That's interesting. I don't think we've seen that with any other hero. He starts off with a 5 hand size and moves to a hand size of 5. So it doesn't matter what side you're at, whether you're flipping or not, you still have the same hand size every single time. That is interesting. That is very different. I can't think of another hero that does that. I wonder why that was chosen, or if it's a misprint on the alter ego side, and that's supposed to be 6. Either way, a 5/5 on either side makes you kind of feel like it doesn't matter whether I flip down or not, because you're going to have a chance to get the same hand size. So your hand size isn't your benefit for flipping. Your flipping benefit's going to be getting faster through for your shapeshift cards. So we've talked about the shapeshift cards. We know that they're going to ready him. We know that they're going to change his stats a little bit, because I talked about that a little bit. And we know that only one can be in play at a time. So let's find out why. Let's find out what's going on. So these shapeshift cards are all upgrade cards. They're all 2 cost each, from what I can remember. And the neat thing is they also have double resources on them, which I thought was super cool. When I first saw the Hulk shape, I was like, oh, sweet, it's a double resource. And then I realized all the rest of them are as well. It doesn't function like a resource card, but it comes with the doubles on it. Again, something different and unique for this character. And these upgrades are going to rotate in and out quite a bit. So I'm kind of curious. At least we see 5 in this article, if I remember correctly. And with those 5, that's 5 double resources that you have available to you. I'm hoping that we'll get 6 in total. If not, 5 is still great. Plus you're adding the regular 3 that you normally put in: Genius, Strength, and Energy. And you're looking at 8 resources already in his kit, so adding extra resource cards aren't going to be a huge benefit to him. And he looks like he's going to be able to play anything that he wants. At least that's my consideration so far. So, Hulk Shape. Shapeshift. Hulkling gets +2 attack and +1 defense. That's great. So now he's going to be swinging for 3 and 2. 3 attack and then defend for 2. Which is pretty good, so he's hitting pretty hard, which is awesome. The art here is kind of wild. I think it's interesting. I don't have like a definite like I like it or hate it, but it's a kind of a cool representation of Hulk, or at least looking like the Hulk. Here, response. After you play an event, exhaust Hulk shape and deal 2 damage to an enemy. Which is kind of cool. It's kind of reminiscent of She-Hulk that we saw back in the core set, where when she flips up, she does 2 damage. And so now anytime you play an event, which it can be a 0-cost event, you can at least exhaust it once and just deal 2 damage to an enemy, which is so good. So at the very least, this card is always getting you that +2 attack. Even if you're exhausted, you're still getting to play an event and do an extra 2 damage, which is so much fun. And then if you use it to ready him, not only are you going to get the benefit of now upping your 2 attack, you're also getting to swing for 5 in total if you're playing an event card after you play this card down. That's nice. That's nice. It's a nice little punch. You can even use it to clear out a tough status card. An annoying tough status card. Huh. Alright. That's Hulk Shape. Next we have Imitation Shape, excuse me. Hulkling gets +2 thwart. Force interrupt. When an enemy would attack you, if it schemes instead. So this is kind of like Nick Fury's jacket, which is great. Interesting. After you play an event, exhaust Imitation Shape and draw a card. So that's kind of nice. The downfall is you're got to be careful how long this thing is out, because yes, you're getting extra cards into your hand, and that drawing is a lot of fun. You got to play an event to get an extra card, so you're getting a return, which is making some of those events essentially a resource cheaper, depending on how you approach it. But you got to be careful, because you may get schemed out. But if you're playing Injustice and you have an easy way to take care of it, and you're +2 thwart, so now you're thwarting for 3. If you're playing Injustice, you can add out that other card to thwart for 4. That's not terrible. It just depends on how you want to approach the game. Very interesting card. I'm excited to see the difference already, the large difference between him being a heavy hitter or a big thwarter. Plus getting that extra card draw is great. And if you're using that with, Skilled Investigator, now you're using it to clear out side schemes. Now you're drawing for 2. If you play an event and you remove threat from a side scheme, you're getting quite a bit of a benefit from that. I can see this being pretty beneficial. Again, 2 resources here. I don't know if I like the art just looking at it, but that's a fun piece of art at the same time. But it's not like one that I'll probably want to try to keep on the table for very long, just because it doesn't look pretty. But it's still a shapeshift card, right? So let's move forward. Next we have the Armored Shape, and now you're seeing the resources are changing a little bit. Now it's a Fist Energy, which means we haven't seen the double energy yet, so we don't know what that one is. But the Armored Shape, Hulkling gets +1 attack, +2 defense, and gains Retaliate 1. So good. So it's going to be great for any protection build that you do with him, because you're getting that benefit of the Retaliate 1, which is so much fun. And then on top of that, you're getting +2 defense, so now you're protecting for at least 3, and +1 attack, so you're swinging for 2, so you're not doing too bad. After you play an event, exhaust Armored Shape, heal 2 damage from Hulkling. Even better. So if you play something like the event card, Come At Me Bub, you're going to heal for 5 damage because of this response. Plus get your tough status card, all for 0 cost. It's so good. He might fit well with some Change of Fortune builds, especially with the Retaliate 1. Let's keep moving forward. That is sick. I really like the art. I like Luke Cage. He's one of my favorite heroes, to see him in the background, and for him to mimic Luke Cage's kind of whole thing is pretty cool. Already I'm seeing that Hulkling's going to be pretty powerful and really, really strong, and probably be played quite a bit, so don't be surprised to see him at your table. Next we have Wing Shape. Again, just a Lightning and Genius. This is your other one we've seen, so maybe we don't see 5, maybe we only see 4, and there might be a few more on the way, because I feel like we're still going to have probably an energy like one, so 2 lightnings, and then a Fist Mental. So there's probably 2 more shapeshifts that we haven't seen yet, which hopefully they'll use for like a reveal cards for different folks later on. But Hulkling gets the aerial trait and +1 to all of his stats. So kind of makes him a 2/2/2, which puts him right at Bucky Barnes. Plus he gains the aerial trait, so it kind of makes him similar to Falcon. So you can start using the aerial combos there with him. After you play a event, exhaust wing shape and remove 2 scheme from 2 threat from a scheme. So he might be a good one to play right after you've played the imitation shape, so that way you get more chance to do some threat removal. It's a trade-off and a balance here. It's a very interesting card. I don't know how often I'll put this one on the table. I'm not a big fan of aerial, but it may be one that gets in there that I need just that extra boost of helping to remove threat for a little while the rest of my team catches up or something. So he's going to fit pretty much, just seeing from the 4 shapeshifts we see right now. Yeah, the 4 shapeshifts we see right now. He's going to be a very beneficial character in helping your team make sure they get everything that they need to approach the game. But I'm expecting 2 more shapeshifts of some sort. So let's keep pushing forward and see what else is there. All right, we have a Shapeshifter Strike. So this is one of the events that you can play and helps him to activate his upgrades. It's an attack and superpower, so you can pull it out when you're looking for superpowers, which is awesome. And it's your basic deal 5 damage to an enemy, ready a shapeshift upgrade. So that's great. So you put it down, it exhausts it, and then you can ready it again. Even if not, if you used another event that turn that popped it, you can ready it to use another event on it. It's going to take some math to figure this out, but I'm pretty sure, and you guys can let me know what you guys think rules-wise. Pretty sure if it's already exhausted, if you play your card down. Yeah, you can't ready it to exhaust it from this card, I don't think. I don't think this card, if a shapeshift upgrade's already exhausted, you won't be able to play this card to ready that one that's already down. And use this card to activate that benefit again. So it's probably going to be... I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Let me know what you guys think. Even then, just being able to ready that upgrade is going to be nice. Depending on what kind of events. I mean, just play with a bunch of smaller events in his hands. You can activate his shapeshift upgrade at least twice. And still deal 5 damage, which is pretty good. Very good, actually. Impersonation. So superpower and thwart. So this is his thwarting ability. Hero action, remove 4 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from the scheme, you may change to alter ego form. Just so good. This is really good. This card's phenomenal. Because you're going to flip down with the option to still be able to flip up. So it's not costing you your flip. Heal or whatever you want to do down there. Or look for that other shape change you're looking for. And then be able to flip back up and play a new shape change down that benefits you in a better way. I love it. This is great. Cards like this made me think that originally the design was going to be different forms instead of upgrades. And I wonder if it became, or instead of shapeshifts, different forms. And it must have become too much for them to make him a form change hero. So a shapeshift hero is a little bit different than a form change hero. Still very cool. We got flavor text. I'm the Young Avengers resident shape changer, Hulkling. So that's cool. Again, we already see Young Avengers here, so I just figured we'd see Young Avengers as one of the traits, and I'm guessing that's been decided not to happen. Totally fine. Good card. Don't have anything good or bad to say about it. You know, he's shape changing. You can see it in the card. It's great. Impersonation. Wiccan. All right, here's his hero. Here's his hero-specific ally. Wiccan. 2 thwart, 1 attack, Avengers, and Mystics. We've already seen him in the game, but now he plays a little bit different. After you play Wiccan from your hand, search your deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand. He's a wild resource. Shuffle, hang on, Teddy. I've got your back. It's a flavor text there. 2 health points, which is great. You're playing him down. To come in, he's going to thwart for 2, defend for 1, go back to your discard pile for you to try to rotate back in. But you can play Wiccan from your hand, search your deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event, and add it to your hand. This gives you a chance to change shape, which is great. This is so good. This is really good. And if you're playing the right cards to draw more cards, you're going to get more shape change in your hand and be able to do more benefits along the way. This, I believe, is his last hero card we're going to see today. And it's Shapeshifter. It's another superpower, which will probably get one, maybe two of these. This is the 15th card, so probably one copy of this. Search your deck and discard pile for a Shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. Fantastic. So you can pop the Shapeshift upgrade you've already got on the table, playing this card. Find a new Shapeshift upgrade and put the new one down. And have it ready to go for another zero-cost event if you can play another zero-cost event. Phenomenal. Or you can use that as a resource to play something else. There's a lot of benefits here. You're probably going to want to run more resources than I anticipated at the beginning, just because he has that hand size of 5, so it makes me a little nervous to be able to like balance the events out and being able to do the resources you need to be able to make things happen. But he can get Queen Carrier onto the table. He can get Team Building Exercise onto the table. So there'll be some ways around to utilizing his abilities and being able to jump through those shapeshifts overall with the events and kicking off their kickers for that. All right, I think we're jumping into the protection aspect now. We are. Perfect. Here are our protection aspect cards that come in his kit. So we're having a protection and aggression ally, or hero, excuse me, coming into the Civil War box. And so he's going to have a protection build behind him, which it comes with Patriot, who's a 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health Avenger. Again, another Young Avenger, or someone I would have labeled as a champion. But here's an interesting thing. I like his response a lot. After you engage a minion, give Patriot a tough status card. Great. Play it with Come At Me Bub. You're guaranteed to have a tough status card, not on just you, but also on Patriot. And you're basically just going to plow through people. And it's not going to be a big deal for you to pull in another minion because you can just use your tough status cards to survive attacks. On top of that, Patriot being able to defend for you and essentially just kind of becoming a heavy blocker for you and hopefully recurring that tough status card over and over again. He's going to be another one of those allies that you're just going to put out on the table and just have available for you. And when he gets a tough status card, he's going to block for you. Great. Love him. Plus he's a lightning resource. So good. Like this a lot. I see him being in a lot of decks in the future. Not just for Hulkling, but also for a lot of other Avenger builds or other protection builds, just for his benefit of, if a minion shows up, I get a tough status card on him. And he helps defend the table for me. At 3 costs, that value there of him just sitting out on the table and functioning as a little energy barrier for me is great. Hidden Base. Location. Has 3 uses. Stronghold, and with 3 uses, which stronghold counters are on it. So it doesn't have the shield, so unfortunately you can't jump it around with other shield cards. But after you change form, exhaust Hidden Base and remove 1 stronghold counter from it. So this is alter ego. Give your identity a tough status card. So good. I mean, why wouldn't you, especially if you're going to be flipping as much as you are with Teddy, trying to get down and get new shapes and shape shifting, you're going to want to play this card down, have it on the table just to give yourself some tough status cards for when you flip back up. On top of that, the new protection preparation card that is ready for a fight. Everybody's favorite new card. You tie this with Hidden Base. You flip down, you get your tough status card, you do whatever you want to in alter ego while you're there. And then when the enemy attacks you, instead of scheming, you pop your preparation, you flip back up, you already have a tough status card ready to go to take that hit without even really worrying about the damage you're going to take. The only person this is not going to work well against is Taskmaster, who's just going to, when you flip up to hero form, you're going to take damage. So this is really good. Especially really trying to build around that ready for a fight card. This is a great card for protections. Getting your tough status card. Giving this to freaking Colossus would be nice. Though I think when he flips up, he gets... We'll have to look at Colossus again. It's been a while since I played him, but this may be a good card for Colossus. If not, I could be wrong, but anything that gives a tough status card to Colossus is going to be helpful. So you can run it for a little bit, and then hopefully maybe run 2 in your deck, so when one runs out, you have an option for a second one. As often as you're flipping with Teddy, you're going to want to play this card. Taunt. Just new character art. New art for this card. We already had this card in the game. Now we've got a Captain America art instead of the Sabretooth card against Jubilee. This is fun. I like Taunt. It's a cool card. Draw 3 cards. What more could you want? I like this card though. I can do this all day. So now they're taking quotes from heroes, and I think that's really cool for them to use that as hero cards. Come At Me Bub is one of the ones that comes to mind. There's a few others out there, probably Bring It, but I can do this all day is phenomenal. It's a defense card, so Hero Interrupt, use it to defend. When an enemy attacks, declare your hero as a defender without exhausting them. So good. We're already seeing that with Falcon and how good his preparation is, that you can pop away to be a defender for your entire table for a round without exhausting. Just being able to defend twice with this card is going to be good. Without exhausting, which is even better, so you can pop off your electrostatic armor twice. Different other benefits like that. I like this a lot, especially for those decks that you're defending heavily, and getting to defend twice is going to be great. I'm interested to see if it's going to work well for Hulkling, depending on, I guess, what shapeshift is out there. But this is a fun card. I can see this being put and used in a lot of decks. And for one cost event to be able to do this, why wouldn't you? We have one more card to look at today. Excelsior. It's restricted. 2 restricted cards per player. But it is an upgrade. It is a weapon. That is interesting. I didn't realize it was a weapon before. When I looked at it earlier, it's a Kree scroll card. It's a weapon, so if you play a team building exercise in his kit, you get to basically drop this down for free, or at least for the exhaustion of team building exercise. After your hero defends against an enemy attack, spend a lightning resource, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Great. After your hero defends against an attack, you're going to want to use this weapon in... Well, what do you think? Change of Fortune. This is going to combo well with Change of Fortune. It's going to give you the option to exhaust it to deal 2 damage to an enemy and allow him to essentially take an enemy out to pop off your Change of Fortune. This is going to be nice, especially when you're like, cool, I'm doing like Powerful Punch, but I'm only doing 4 damage to this minion here. But if I defend, I can spend a lightning resource as well and deal 2 damage to an enemy. And if you got like Queen Carrier or X-Jet on the table, you can pop those wild resources to give you your lightning resource to just make your weapon pay for your weapon's cost over and over and over again. And if you're in a good spot where you're just set up, this is going to do that extra damage phenomenally well. And it's cool to see a weapon in protection. We're seeing a couple more weapons popping up in protection. That's very interesting. Kind of curious now how that might work for Venom. Space Knight getting access to a Kree scroll weapon. Very cool. All right. Well, those are my thoughts on here's all the new cards, I guess, really, for Hulkling here. I think Hulkling is going to be a lot of fun. Between the two, him and Tigra, I'm still more excited for Tigra. She just fits my playstyle very well. I like the idea of slaying minions and using them to draw more cards and getting more cards in your hand. I feel like Hulkling's still going to be a lot of fun, and I think I'm going to really enjoy figuring out how to shapeshift him well for the right builds that I need. And because he has all those different shapeshifting options and the ability to search for shapeshifting options as quickly as possible, you're going to be having a lot of different types of decks that you can build out of his kit based on him just kind of being the fit that you need for whatever situation you find yourselves in as a team. On top of that, realizing maybe mid-game, oh shoot, I should switch to a different form is going to be helpful to you as well. Getting a chance to ready is going to be beautiful, as well as getting a chance to utilize that new shape-shifting form, as well as all the things that combos that just kind of come with him. He's going to be a lot of a thinky hero, but I think he's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to testing Hulkling out. I hope you are as well. Let me know what you guys think down below. Again, I'd love to hear your comments. Please hit that like button. It really pushes the channel up a little bit farther. And of course, any subscriptions, I would really greatly appreciate it. Trying to continue to grow this channel. All right, guys. Well, let's end it as I always do. My name is Jason Sketch, and next time I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.